Remember at the very beginning of the first topic, I talked about this idea of asking 4 questions to all of the different traditions that we're going to study. And I think when you look at Hinduism, you'll see why this is such a big idea. So let's walk through those 4 questions a little bit and see if it helps us to understand what we were just talking about and reading in Hinduism. Question number 1, what is the structure of time? Well, there are 2 answers to that. One might be kind of a spiral, right? That as you move through time and you are reincarnated, you are moving ever more close to moksha. So it's not a line because you keep getting reincarnated, but it's not exactly a circle. Samsara is not exactly a circle then because you don't do the same thing every time. So maybe a spiral. But remember that when we all become enlightened, when we all become Brahman, we will realize that spiral, circle, line, it doesn't matter because time is part of the oneness of everything. Question 2, can humans predict the future? Well, no. In terms of our lives right now, when we see things as being different from one another, then no, we can't predict the future because we're not sure exactly how we're going to be reincarnated. But when we are enlightened, we'll be able to predict the future. No, we won't, because when we're enlightened, we'll realize that the future doesn't exist as some separate entity from the past or the present. So in a way we cannot, but in another way it doesn't matter. Third, can humans control the future? Yes, no question about it. You control it because if you fulfill your dharma, you are reincarnated with a better karma. But that being said, once we become enlightened, we realize that the future and control is really all the same thing. Fourth question, is time external, internal, or both? Both. It is both because we control our destiny even when we don't know it. We might not predict it, but we are controlling it with every breath we take, every movement we make. If you were a Police song, everything we do is creating our new karma. And so everything we do is both internal and external. And that makes sense, especially once we become Atman, once we become enlightened, we will realize that internal and external is just part of the illusion of life because there is ultimately no difference. You and I and the cameras and the lights and the bugs and the gods, we are all one.